and then I met them. Oh no. A few weeks ago, I went to New Jersey and I met Rose and Rosie. Yay! Friday, August 22nd, I went, and yeah, it was a long trip, but it was so worth it. I wanted to wear my merch there, but it had not been delivered, so I couldn't. And my mom was like, even if you had the merch, you shouldn't wear it to the event. You're not supposed to wear the merchandise of the event to the event. But I do have my merch now, and I'm not wearing all of it. I am wearing my bracelets. The reason I'm not wearing either of my shirts is because they're both dirty. But I did get this one for the shirt. I got the tiger one, and I got this dino one. So I got the 2 beanies, the 2 shirts, and the 2 bracelets, and my mom was pissed at how much money I spent. I got into the mall at Macy's. What? I went to Macy's and I got in this line. I was like, this line is kind of short. I mean, why is it so short? And we were actually late. It was supposed to start at 5:30 and we got there at 5:45. I was like, you'd think that this line would be longer. I was like, oh my god, did no one really show up? Because that's awkward. Turns out we accidentally got in the VIP line and this guy came over and he was like, are you guys VIP? No? Well, you need to get in that line. Okay. So we walked along this long line of people, and at the very end, and when I say the very end, I mean the very end, like no more rope was sectioned off. So it was at the end. We got in line, and we waited. We waited about 15 minutes, and then it was 6. And then they showed up, and I could not really see them. I heard the screams of people. I knew they were there because everyone was like, ah! Everyone freaked out. And since everyone else started freaking out, I started freaking out. I was like, oh my god, they're here. They're here. I can't see them. Are they here? Are they here? Or are people just messing with us? Because they did that one time before and nothing happened. They just started screaming and I was like, what's going on? Are they here? Nope. I think the camera was out, but when they did come out, when they came out, get it? Because when they arrived, I saw the smallest glimmer of Rose's dome. And for those of you who don't know what dome means, it means your head. I only saw her head. It could be because she's taller, or it could be because she has a big head. That's a good thing though, that means she's got a big brain. Duh. I was in line for probably over an hour and a half, maybe, I don't know. I was super excited. When I saw them, it didn't really hit me. Like, I saw them from a distance and I thought, oh, I'm watching them like on a video on YouTube, because, you know, when you see them on YouTube, they're on the other side of the screen and you can't like reach them or anything. And that was the same thing for when I saw them from a distance. I was like, well, they're so far away that it doesn't seem like they're real. So I was like, oh, they're here? Are you sure? Or it just had not hit me yet. And then we got closer and closer and closer. And I swear, I was right at the front of the line. The people in front of me were meeting them, and I still was like, I still wasn't totally freaking out because it still did not feel real. But then it was my turn, and I was like, quick, take a video of this. And I gave my phone to my stepdad, and he was like, okay. And I got up there, and I was just like, and I hugged them, and then it felt real. And I was like, oh my god. I hugged them, and then they were like, what's your name? They didn't say that in an American accent. I'm just not going to demonstrate my terrible English accent, because it is terrible. But they were like, what's your name? And I was like, Ashton. And I was like, ugh, they're gonna get it wrong, because every time I introduce myself, people get my name wrong. I'm always like, oh, I'm Ashton. And they're like, oh, hi, Ashley. Nice to meet you. And I'm like, no, not Ashley, Ashton. And I have to enunciate the ton, or else they won't understand. And most of the time, after I say, my name's Ashton, they say, oh, like Ashton Kutcher. I'm like, yeah. But no, I was like, my name's Ashton. They're like, Ashton. And I was like, they got it right. I was quite proud. Yeah. I was wearing this killer cat shirt. Let me tell you. It's probably my favorite cat shirt that I own. And I was like, you know, I gotta wear this. I gotta wear this to that meet and greet, because they're gonna love it. And they did. They loved the cat shirt. Rose especially loved the cat shirt. I mean, think about it. It's a cat in space wearing a beanie and glasses. What more can you want in a cat shirt? So as I was talking to them, oh wait, correction. As I was talking to Rosie, I realized that I had pretty much completely ignored Rose throughout the entire conversation, because the gist of what the conversation was me introducing myself, me talking about my cat shirt, and then we took pictures, and then they got my stepdad to come over and get pictures with us. And then I turned to Rosie and I was like, I want to thank you especially, because, you know, you're the only person I've met that's like me, which I now realize is a total lie. I used to work with someone who was bisexual. All the while, my stepdad, he like turns to Rose and he's like, I guess you can just leave, like in a joking way. And she's like, and then I was like, no, but I still love you. She's like, no, it's okay. And she grabbed my hand. I didn't mean to ignore Rose. I only had a limited amount of time to talk. After I talked with primarily Rosie, I was like, yeah, we came from Boston. And she was like, Rosie was like, oh, Boston, wow. And I was like, yeah. It was a long drive, and my stepdad's like, we drove all this way just to come see you guys. And they're like, oh, thank you for coming out. That's so sweet. And I was like, I know. He did this for me. He was really sweet for doing that for me. I really, really appreciate him doing that. And they're like, it was nice meeting you. Take care, Ashton. And I was like, thanks. So we were walking away, and this lady's like, hey, do you want a free beanie? I'm like, yeah. She's like, pick what color you want. And I think I got the blue one. I think this is the one I picked out. And my stepdad was like, can I get one too? And then I was like, oh, he's gonna give it to me. And I was like, and so he got this one, which I'm really happy about. Not only did I get 2 free beanies, I got 2 free autographs, y'all. I told someone that I was going to send it out to them. Haven't. Oh my gosh, I feel like in Princess Diaries, it's like, featuring Mia Thermopolis. and they were so nice. They were so nice, like such genuine people. You know, sometimes people go to a meet and greet and like the person's just like, okay, hi, let's take our picture and then go. But no, they were like, oh, let's take pictures, you know, let's have a freaking conversation. And I was like, yes. They talked to every single person, and they were just so nice. Like, I didn't think they were gonna be mean, but they were pretty much the nicest people I've ever met. Ooh, I wanted to say, Rose, when you proposed to Rosie, did you say ring around the rosy as you put the ring on her finger? Because you should. You know, it's crazy to me to think that 9 months ago, I was just sitting in my room on YouTube, and I found this video of Rose and Rosie, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And I watched it, and I was like, these girls are so funny. And I was like, I just kept clicking on video after video, and you know, I was like, I have to subscribe. And it was like instantly, I was like, these girls are so funny. And I think maybe a month after, I was like, I would love to meet them. I would love to meet them. And then a few months after that, hey, we're gonna come to America. Realize I'm gonna be in that some sort of area. I'll be on the East Coast during that time. Get tickets. Next thing I know, I'm meeting them in the middle of a Macy's in New Jersey. What? I would not have ever imagined that I would end up meeting them. But I'm really glad that I did get to meet them. And honestly, I would go to another meet and greet. I would go to multiple. So there you go. I met Rose and Rosie, and it was the best experience that I could have imagined. It went so well. No one got hurt. She didn't collapse. Thank God. I was genuinely scared that something was going to happen, because I had that feeling something bad was going to happen. I was like, oh no. If someone gets hurt, even if it's not them, like if anyone gets hurt, okay. I'm glad that they came to America. I'm glad that they went to Coyote Ugly, which I didn't know was a real bar until they went. I just thought it was a movie. I mean, she killed it on that bar, I must say. AC/DC comes on, you have to dance. Always. It's the key to life.